Yo, what's going on, guys? Yeah, I mean, it's cool. No, not that I know of. It's tomorrow. It says tomorrow. Oh, that's funny. Nah, I had brunch at a Cuban restaurant, and it was cool. Like, I actually really enjoyed it. But, you know, yeah. Nah, you pretty much just like, they sung Happy Birthday to me, like the traditional Cuban fashion. And, that was just pretty much about it. I mean, in terms of like what they have done, like it was cool. I actually really loved it. What do you mean? I mean, I was always wondering like what was the whole, you know, ordeal about because I saw something like in terms of his video and like the builds that he had and stuff, and I was just saying to myself like, man, like, maybe he just like had a bad go, you know. I don't think like it was intentional. I just think that when it came down to it, I don't think like he was really like trying to go for like a skill build or something, because he switched over to Breacher when it was too late. No, because like some people do it and stuff. But yeah, GT fan, it was good. I actually really enjoyed it. Um, Definitely recommend it in Jersey. Definitely do recommend it in Jersey. Yeah, I agree. Ah, I see. Yeah, I thought the same thing too. Cause yeah, you had some chicken and waffles. That's funny because I had chicken and waffles when I came there, but it was brunch time. The lady who served us, like, actually, she gave us, like, just the whole course. I had a sangria. It was cool. I enjoyed it. Really, to an extent, like, I feel like I really could have had, like, a lot more, but I decided to just not, um, I just decided not to eat that much because I wanted to save, like, the food or whatever. Cool. Ah, that's solid. Yeah, yeah. Ooh. Ah, that's crummy. That is crummy as hell. Well, why would he lie about that though? Absolutely not. He's not like, cause he's not like somebody that actually plays those type of games. So like, he's not gonna like take it into consideration to do that. No, he's like the type of guy that's like he don't wanna. I'm not gonna say like he don't extend his arm. I just think that it's one of those things where you just he's not like. No, I don't think so. But I think that he knew that, and he probably like suggested that, but I don't think that that's really what he wanted. Like as far as builds or whatever the case may be. And I tried to help him out as much as I can, but uh, nah, I'm actually gonna be away from my PC tomorrow. I'm actually gonna do some other stuff with my time, because I got family coming over next week, and I gotta prepare the house and stuff, decorations and stuff like that. So I'll probably do that, clean mirrors or whatever the case may be. It feels like I'm not a fencing job, but it feels like I'm doing maintenance, kind of like in my younger years or whatever. Dude, shut up! I'm turning like I'm getting to that peak, man. I'm getting to that peak. But no, I mean in terms of like age and stuff like that, I'm doing relatively fine in terms of uh, taking care of myself. I just think like in terms of next year, like I kind of would like to gain a little bit more weight and be more involved in the gym and be touching grass rather. Is that it? I mean, oh, this guy. Oh, oh, didn't he say anything in the stream? What the hell? Anyways, yeah, I just thought that was kind of funny. Uh, no, I was just trying to like surface like the build or whatever, but I think like I'm trying to check this guy. Let's see. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? 13,000. Oh, he's fresh out though. I guess he gave me later. Yeah. What's that? Yeah, I mean, I had to resurface my build. Um, I kind of have to wait until tomorrow because I purchased credits and they didn't even give it to me. I was trying to kind of spoil myself for my birthday because I didn't want to do too much, but these fucking guys like decided it was a good idea to do me dirty. Yeah, yeah. I think everybody is. I think everybody is. It is midnight. It is. I think like it's pretty dope because um I just like it because it reminds me, like, I never played Division 1 all that much. Um, so like I never really played Division 1 that much, so he's grouped up. Yeah, this guy's grouped up. And I think like this guy went offline. Yeah, he went offline. Had to go help his girlfriend. What's that? Um, Not that I know of, but I think a few people did. I think a few people did. Exactly. Exactly. But I don't think that that's something that like he would want to do. I think he's waiting for me to like leave my yeah, he's waiting for me to leave my team. I'll leave my team. 'Cause he got offline. He's probably trying to invite me. Yeah, that's probably what he was waiting for. I'll be with this guy until like the other guy gets online or whatever. Who? Well, these protocols were a bit difficult to grind because they kept giving me random drops. I had to kind of, I could have had four of them, but then it ran out today. What makes me curious is like when I looked at like the weekly bounties, it says 1 day and then it says 3 days unlock, and I'm like, are they extending the beta or something? Like it kind of confused me. It really, really kind of confused me. Yeah. So like I just thought in my head that it was gonna do that, but I guess I was wrong. Um, no, I don't think so. I think if you are prepared, then there are chances that you will be able to do it on legendary, but I don't know. Like the carrying portion of it, you have to be really strong. Like you have to be like at least 3K above the normal level. No, I'm not even technically sure if that's even the correct way of going about it. But I just think that like there's like a specific way of grinding those things rather less than just wasting your time. No, absolutely not. It's not something that I mean, I don't think they know that, but no. I mean, even if that's the case, even if the game released, I don't think that that would really happen. I think there's slight chances that it would, but this guy's in my way. Yep. I think if you are prepared for it, then yeah. I just kind of wanted to. I mean, honestly, it's too cold out there. But if I see a little bit of sun, I'll probably think about going places or whatever. Yeah, it just all depends, really. Let me wait till she comes back. Well, I used to be a big fan of it, but they just don't have it here. At least they don't have it around where I live at. I kind of wish that they did, but maybe, I don't know, maybe in some other states, probably. I mean, I look at everything else like kind of in such a different way, you know. I kind of started to look at certain situations in a very different way, so. They're not gonna ask you that. I said they're not gonna ask you that. I might as well take out the guys over here, wherever they're coming out from. They're gonna kill him. All right, there we go. It's so shocking because if you look at the way I just killed all these guys, I never was able to do that shit before. I never was able to do that shit before. Like, it's only up now that I do that shit. Yeah. So crazy, dude. Yeah. Yeah. I think so. I I wouldn't know. I'm trying to check my emails because, like, I wanted to know if they sent a ticket to me. Doesn't look like they did. Because I just submitted that too. No, man, I gotta go to the helicopter. Who? Um, well, my initial plans, like, I mean, I'd rather not talk about it. Like, I just think that I already have everything kind of like mapped out in my head, and I kind of just want to see how it goes. Yeah, probably see where it takes me, really. I could have, but yeah, I really could have. Like, because they asked me, but I wasn't. I didn't want to get like too involved with trying to all this other extra stuff, you know, because it was just like not necessary. So no. I mean, I dig it, but it's just not something that I would personally do. Um, was this heroic? I want to do that. I don't know about them, but I definitely can do this shit. Maybe it benefit them because you know they kind of need it. I haven't spoken to no, I spoke to him today actually. Probably like a good damn, I would say like early in the morning really. I can't even tell you because I don't remember. It was early though. It was fucking early. It was so early in the morning. To the point my eyes were all messed up. Yeah, because I could, barely see that shit. I'm already here, so. No, I mean, when you, like, because he lives someplace else, so. Yeah. No, but they did say, they reached out and said happy birthday to me. I don't think they forgot him. Yeah, I'm just not the type of person that if somebody forgets my birthday, I don't, it doesn't bother me. Like, I don't care for it, but I just was able to enjoy the simple things, Like, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Tixie, how are you, man? It's good to see you, man. I'm sorry if I came like a little late this morning because, I live in the US and right as like I got the notification, I woke up out of bed, tried to brush my teeth as fast as I can without fucking my teeth up, and then I basically jumped on. But it looked like everybody was already there, so funny. Blow up damage. Probably kill him first. Oh. I do him too. I don't even know him that well. It's funny because it's so crazy because he sent me an invite and I'm like, who the hell is this guy, bro? I'm about to block him. Because like I got like 5 invites from him. And I was like, man, this guy is a tool, bro. Why you keep freaking inviting me? And I'm like, ah, man, like he's on my list. And then I thought about it and I was like, oh, he's from Black Tusk. And then I had to apologize. I was like, oh man, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I felt so bad afterwards. I was like, damn, I was a dick to him. Oh, he could? Oh man, it's not his fault. He probably needs somebody to play with. But Pixie, I actually have a question for you because I wanted to ask you this in the Discord, but like, so Orion told me that you're the lead developer. Is that right, or did I get that wrong? My OG time was 3 p.m. So 12. I wonder where you reside at. If that's the case, I wonder where you're at right now for it to be that time. I still probably would have made it though. Oh my lord, this guy is the community manager. Okay, so he told me that you were the community manager, right? So I want to show you something because like this made me really curious. Because I was looking at it and I was like, wait a minute, this can't be right, bro. Why does it show this? We can get out of the dark zone. Because, like, I think, like, this thing's a little laggy. I think when I go to the next helicopter, I'm probably gonna get out of here. But the weekly bounties say 3 days, right? It says 3 days. And I was just sitting there looking at it, I'm like, wait a minute, but the beta ends, like a day after my birthday, which is like tomorrow and then the 16th. So I was just thinking to myself, like, there has to be something wrong there, because I didn't even get Lady Death. Beta ends Tuesday. Yeah, but why does the bounty say... That's so weird that the bounty says... Wait a minute, is this it? No, it's not. I'm going to the helicopter. This thing's too laggy for me. That's so weird. The bounty definitely did say 3 days, that it ends in 3 days or it arrives in 3 days. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I kind of figured that. Really wish that I had a little bit more time to play with some Black Tusk members because I didn't get a chance. I only got a chance to play with Orion Trash. I got to play with Grieve. It sucks that I have to wait like a bit of time to play with some of the members. It sucks, you know, because I really wish I had the chance to. This is the perks of really playing on emulation, is seeing through the damn map. Where you know where everyone is, but you can't even... This is some weird like, this is like top-notch weird stuff. But it was good to meet everybody though. I mean... Oh wow. Shit, I gotta close and open the game. I was just happy and fortunate that I actually did wind up joining in time. I just missed out on a lot of things, you know. But you know, it's a pleasure to meet you, and it's good to know that you're the community manager, bro. Because to be honest with you, in my head, collectively, I'm like, why is this guy such low level, and why is he the leader and stuff like that? And then I thought to myself, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, and then he explained it to me because we played Legendary. I was like, ah, that's it. He's a busy guy. So, can't really say so much about somebody being a busy person, you know? But I was there when you did the community stream. Uh, I was gonna ask some questions, but um, it seemed like a lot of people were excited. I really do, you know, love the Division franchise because I've been playing it for 10 years. I didn't play so much of the first one, but I played the second one, and the second one definitely did bring me to that. And I have to thank my best friend Andre for that, because he definitely brought me into that environment, and I just fell in love with it. It was just something about Division that was very different from Destiny that made me like be like, "Ah, I'm not playing Destiny. This shit is really trash. I don't. Why the hell would I play this game?" But I'm sure a lot of people feel that way. I'm sure that there's some people out there that really like kind of I wouldn't say that they would feel that way, but like there's some Divisions fans out there that they love they want the mobile version to release or whatever. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know about this guy, but I have to close my game and open it up again. Because there's no way I can play like this. This is not ordeal. This is not ideal for anything. But yeah, Tixie is the leader of Black Tusk. It's the clan that I'm a part of in Division. I was just talking to him. He's he's not the lead developer of OnlyFans, dude. It's the it, that's funny. He's the lead director of who's OnlyFans. Like, what the hell? So unusual. I can just imagine that the lead director or the community manager for like for the game, and then your side hustle is like OnlyFans. So you're doing Division OnlyFans content, but then you're also doing it for. I don't even think that shit is allowed, to be honest. No, it sounds ridiculous. That just sounds ridiculous. Even I would have to take a step back and be like, what the hell? Hell's going on here? I don't know, it's a little fishy. Ah, it's doing that thing again. Never mind. No. I also for a little bit, but I wish I was kind of aware of that firsthand because I'm not entirely sure. But I always try to represent myself differently from like the rest of the individuals who like are on like the leaderboard or whatever. Because I'm not gonna lie, I go throughout all the games. I mean, I've been gaming for a long time, so it's like I've seen people and the way they are towards like, you know, the way they are towards like people who actually need help, and they're kind of like assholes to them, and it's just like, dude, like there's really no need to be like that, you know? Yeah, I mean, I've trust me, I've had a fair share of situational circumstances to where, but I just ignore them because it's like I don't have to see them after the run unless they send me a friend request. And that's about it. I mean, I don't really have to deal with them. At the end of the day, people who act like that, you can choose whether you want to be around them or not, man. You don't have to really like you don't really have to associate or whatever, you know, like it's just with me, like I don't even try to like you know, I'm not rude or anything, but when I see people like that, I just be like, yeah, you know, you know, it comes down to it being an egotistical thing. It's nothing else other than it just being an ego thing, because they wouldn't be acting like that otherwise. So you have to just take things with a grain of salt. Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I need to get some water. Yeah. I'm gonna have to raise the volume up on you because like I barely understood what you were saying. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure how that goes, but well, I don't know. It's tough. Cool. That guy's Joanna, man. Yeah, that guy's Joanna, man. Well, I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, but is he certain that that's an actual thing? Because, like, yeah. Well, the thing is that when you have people that it's in every game. It's not just in Division, but it's in every game. So when you have people like at the top of the leaderboards and they're representing themselves in that fashion, the only thing that I can really think to myself at times is that, they think they're the best. So, and they only stick to their groups, which, in a way, it's fine because it's not like, I mean, at least to my understanding, like, I don't see it as like a bad thing. The only thing that I take somewhat serious is if somebody from top of the leaderboards is treating other people like shit, and then that's a humongous issue in itself. So, hi Andre. I'm sorry, man. I came home like relatively late, and I kind of figured you have work tomorrow, so. But I hope you're doing good, man. Yes. But some people, like I said, like it's not everybody. Everybody doesn't represent themselves like that. They, there are people that they got good hearts and they help people with raids and stuff like that. It's not all of them. But like I've just seen this stuff so many times that I often at times just believe that that's the basis of it, is the fact that they are what they are, and they carry themselves that way because a lot of those individuals, um in their head, they it's not the fact that they just think that they're the best, they just think that they don't have to really help anybody, you know so it kind of goes without saying, in a sense. Is he looking for something in the dark zone? Is that why he's writing it up like that? Probably looking for Lady Death or something. But yeah, I mean, it's that. You wish the game was not laggy for you? Well, it sucks because the game ends like the 16th Tuesday. And I kind of wish that we were like kind of on top of it a bit earlier. Because it sucks, like I kind of wish that we had a little bit more time to actually play uh the game. But unfortunately, like, it ends the 16th. And we have to wait until like April in order for it to come out. Like the beginning of April, that is. I told you that. I told you I went to like the Cuban restaurant. Yes. Well, the reason why you didn't see any pictures is because my mom's Instagram is private, so of course you're not gonna see that shit. But they had some really good food. So oh man, he died instantly. What rank did you make it on Ace Race not Ace Racer, Racing Master? by the way. Not all Cuban restaurants. This one that I went to was authentic. Because it had like its own theme. It had a national theme. No. Take his fucking helmet off. There you go. Now I can rip him to shreds. Well, they can't do it because that's why they got me here, but who? No, but that's kind of like how I wanted to really spend it anyways, but I didn't really like tomorrow, like I'm just gonna be out the entire time, so it's like I need to find time to do this. Whatever. Oh shit. The hell is he doing? Why is he crouched like that? Is somebody bombing us? Oh, it's from behind. Fucking bombing us? Oh my god, really? Now I gotta take care of these guys, and then I gotta fucking do... Damn, double. Alright, there we go. Now I can sit there and I can fucking kill this guy. In ways, yes, but I wouldn't put it past me. Because, um, no, I don't think so. I think, like, well, when you're really good at a game, right? I mean, of course you're gonna showcase your skills, right? That's kind of customary. But it's also customary for you not to carry yourself in a certain way to make people not want to play with you. Like, I don't care, like, how good a person really is. But if that person acts like a dickhead, I ain't playing with him. I don't give a fuck how strong he is. I'll get strong by myself if that's really the case. If that's bullshit, why would I want to deal with that? I don't want to put up with that. You rather save your sanity a little bit. I don't know, but he probably thought otherwise. You know, because he was trying to, but the story with him is, in his case, was he has a very good build. It's just he got corrected by some veteran players, and I guess he didn't like that. So he looked at it like sort of like an insult. And you know, he couldn't just take the corrective criticism. He took it as an insult. So instead of him actually like wanting to evolve as a player, he he just looked at it like it was insulting. So he got into like this big ordeal with like some of the other players, and I guess he's just not a part of that anymore. But you know, it is what it is. I saved the extra detail because I'm not gonna like really go vividly and explain it, but long story short, it's just like just because you have like the best shit, the best gear, it doesn't give you an excuse to be like that. It's kind of like having like a top position in the company, and you're so used to treating people like shit. Yeah, you're getting paid, but you're so used to treating people like shit. Eventually, all that stuff is just gonna catch up to you. You can't like be this person that wants to like live your best life and then just be like treating people like shit. Like that shit doesn't work very well, you know? No, and I'm sure anybody would be aware of that. But at the end of the day, it's like um your title does not define who you are as a person. So exactly. So in his case was that he probably thought to himself that he was just above all, and that it caught up to him like everything else in life. That's why you have to keep in mind of the things you do. Because I would think like if I was up there and I was treating people like that, then I personally would take it into consideration like, okay, well, maybe I should probably take a step back, reevaluate my decisions, and try to not do that to people. But like at the end of the day, some people don't look at it like that. They'd be like, I'm not doing anything wrong. Well, it's an interesting psychosis because um, the psychological method to that is the fact that there's some individuals who kind of like to, when they see themselves backed up against the wall. So I guess the best way to explain this is like, let's say you met somebody that every time that they needed to tell the truth or whatever, they basically were all for telling the truth. But then it's like when they're, again, it goes in line with criticism. So they could tell the truth to other people, but the minute that the truth comes to them, or somebody tells them the truth, it's not fair. They're wrong. They always have an excuse or rebuttal, whatever the case may be. The psychosis for that is that like they either have superiority issues or they just love to deflect, you know, and that happens. There are people like that. So, but it's an interesting psychosis because it's like they know that that's the case, and they just refuse to acknowledge changing that, you know. So sucks, but that's just what it is. But I see that happen all throughout time, so it doesn't really surprise me to see that. Of course, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's right. You know, it doesn't make it right, but there are people like that. Like, you know me, I always take accountability for the things I do, even if I wasn't entirely involved in it. I still would have to play a part, you know? It's kind of like, you know, what it takes to be a man, in a sense. So that's kind of the presentation that you have to have as an adult, you know? Is that be like, ah, it's not worth fighting unless there's a reason for it, you know? And that was the case in that situation, is that you had this individual that instead of just thinking to himself, oh, I'm better than everybody, blah, 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 all this other stuff, why didn't you just take it into consideration to think to yourself, okay, well, you know, um, I'm gonna change my attitude and I'm gonna just start helping like other players or whatever the case may be. Nope, didn't think about doing that. Just decided to be like everybody's shit, even including his clan members too. I'm just like, man, this guy's living on the edge, yo. This guy's living on the fucking edge. Like, there's no way that like this guy is, you know. But hey, listen, you know, it happens. Yeah. I'm curious about that only because I seen videos on it. But at the end of the day, I just think that they're gonna do the same thing like they did to. And I still haven't even gotten an invite to Warfare Mobile. Hell no. It's been 2 weeks. It's literally been 2 weeks. I have not freaking seen any uh invites or whatever. The only thing that like I actually seen was just like no, not an email, not nothing. I didn't even get an email. That happens. I mean, the same thing happened when I tried to do it for Division Mobile as well too. The first beta was in 2023. I didn't get invited until this year. Like that was, you know. But at the end of the day, like I didn't stress it out. I was happy to get in. You know, I was happy. I was thinking to myself, okay, well, this is perfect timing because I don't have much to do at least now, and I think that this is perfect for me. So I took it into consideration to kind of like get into the game before all the other stuff, you know? Yeah, and you know, I'm not dissatisfied because I actually got what I wanted. So, yeah, I mean, I get it. Like I get that there's some because look, I have Spanish friends and they've explained to me, you know, on numerous occasions, oh well, it's fucked up because they don't have it from Mexico and it's only a regional thing or whatever. I sat there and I just thought to myself, bro, but you guys got like Rainbow Six Mobile. What are you guys stressing about? Like, you guys act like you didn't get anything. You know what I mean? Like they it's just it's insane. But it's like that's the thought process, you know, there. And I understand because, you know, people love Division. And that's fine. But at the end of the day, it's like you guys act like you don't have nothing. Like absolutely nothing. I don't know. It just seemed like a personal problem. No. I think I don't even think that that was really done on purpose. I think like they just, you know, sometimes it happens, man. I could be one of those guys being like, all right, get good. You didn't get into the beta, get good. It's it's fucked up as it is, like saying that shit, get good. But you know, but I understand like their complaints. I just think like to consider saying stuff like, you know, that they're a racist company. That's a little bit of a reach. Yeah, I don't know about that because if they were a racist company, you would have never gotten to fucking what's it called? You would have never gotten to what the fuck is that thing? Rainbow Six Mobile. You would have never got into that. So like that in itself just doesn't make any sense. No, and again, like I look at it like, okay, well, you know. That's cool. Like I get it. You guys are upset, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. You can't. There's nothing you can do about it. Like just wait. Be patient. I don't. I mean, I don't question it simply because it's one of those things where I'm just like, okay, like it's no. I just think that if you're somebody who loves the games, like I love Division as well too. But like at the end of the day, I'm not gonna sit there and be like posting on X. There's already bad enough things like happening out in the world or whatever, and the last thing I don't want to see is that in particular. There's just no point. No, I mean I've seen multiple situations of things that could possibly work. Like for example, like all right, I'll give you an example. I need to give you. So like when I look at the leaderboards, right? Like when I look at mine, I'm like number 2 or number 3 because Orion's online. Sometimes I'm number 2, and then like if I go to all specialists, I'm number 8. And I'm perfectly fine with that because like I'm the type of guy that I like to play with anybody. So it really doesn't matter to me who I play with. But you know, again, you have some people that just they want to play with their own group of people, man. That's just what it is, you know. Um, no. I gotta get that piece and assign it. That's what I'm missing. I'm missing that. What is that called? Impenetrate. Let me just. That's what I'm looking for. Let me go to Dark Zone. Change that to this. There we go. Just in case they start this up again. No, but if I were to guess, I think that all really depends on who's like a good player, you know. Sometimes yes and sometimes no, because there's some people that are not as they don't really care for that, you know. No. I mean they care, but they're not involved like that. So like at the end of the day, it's just they kind of want to play in peace, and you kind of have to give them that. And I'm all for it. I'm all for it, you know. Like I'm all for like people doing that because I think like you should always play to your liking, you know. I think that there are just some people that no, the pay to win games are a very different ordeal because at least to me, like the way I look at it is like when people listen, I always had respect for people who pay like in a game to like play or whatever the case may be, because they're supporting it, right? At the end of the day, they're supporting it. But like at the very same time, it's like those people who think that they're better because they're paying into it, and then they try to deflect it saying, "Oh, but you don't like it that I'm stronger than you and stuff." You're only stronger based off of you paying to be strong. Like that doesn't make any sense. And then the part that really gets me is the fact that like when a person says that, you know, you're just like, this is another deflection tool, right? So like they'll say, "Oh, you know, I don't have time to play games, so I have to play this," or whatever the case is. But then you can turn around and argue that you spend a lot of time in a pay-to-win game, but you could use that same time in a game that requires you to grind for loot and be more rewarding. You just choose not to do that because this is an easier way. It's just the phase of living in denial is the problem. And the reason why, like, I always had an issue with that and never so much of the issue of people supporting it is because there's just too many people like that just sit there and act like, you know, like a just straight up tool. Like, we get it, you love those type of games, but don't sit there and try to pan it out like, you know, that you don't have time, because it could be argued that you put that same amount of time in to play a pay to win game, you know. But then at the end of the day, it's their choice. But I just find it very bothersome that they would use that as an excuse that they don't have time when you're on the game for like 7+ hours, whether you're logging off or logging back in. So it just doesn't make any sense to me. I can't fathom that. That doesn't make sense to me. But you know, I've seen it all throughout like my time playing these type of games. It's always a deflective mechanism to use. But these, you know, I think they would know better. You know, not to be this person, but I think they would know better not to do that, because they play a game that's like this, they don't stand a chance. No, absolutely not. The only person that I know that would play games like this with me, because I know for a fact that like he can do it, is probably Andre. That's it. There's no other person that I know that could do those things, because there's too many of them that just would rather play those type of games. And again, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just what I find funny is just the time consumption. Either way, I mean, it's rather bothersome. You know, people could do whatever they want with their time. That's what I'm saying. People can do whatever they want with their time. I'm not bothered by it. But the only time I'm bothered by it is when they deflect the whole aspect of being stronger. Because, you know, with me, it's different, because when I complain to somebody, I'm complaining about the game and the system. Because when I look at it, like, I don't get mad at like the person that I'm talking to. I get mad about the system, because it encourages people to pay into something. So, and I think that that's like the confusion sometimes. So like when people sit there and they claim those things, I just, you know, I don't know. I look at it like, whatever. It is what it is. But you know, like I said, like I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm perfectly fine with that realm of things. I just let people do whatever they want, because I'm never bothered by that. I just think that the more truthful that you are with yourself, the better it is to admitting to it. Because I don't think you do much by lying to yourself. Like, No. Yeah, but if I suck at something, I'll be like, man, I'm not good at this fucking game. I'll openly say it. I'll be like, I'm just dick at this game. Like this game ain't for me, man. This game just isn't for me. I had a couple of moments like that. I'm not gonna lie. I've had a couple of moments where I'm just like, man, I'm fucking trash here, bro. Like I don't. And you know what's crazy is like, there's been a couple of games that I'm like, I know that I'm not good at, and I still actually enjoy it because there's just something about. Like, I'll give you an example. Um, like I know I'm like not Siege, but there's another game. I keep forgetting the name of it, but I was so terrible at it. But I just enjoyed the fact that there was just so many people playing it that it made me want to get better. And I don't know. That's always been a thing for me. You know, it's like I fucking I'm trash at this game, but I gotta get good type of ordeal. You know. No, man, I'm never bothered by it. I just think that, when it's different from the time that I gamed before. Because the time I gamed before, I was always like thinking to myself, like, man, I'm not good at these games, but like it would bother me because I would try to compete at a skill level because there was something about those particular games where I just wanted to perform better, you know. But then over time, I started to think, as I started to get older, I was like, because in the very beginning, like in the very beginning of my content creation ordeal, I I played only fighting and FPS games, so I was drawn to that. And the thing with me is, I used to be so competitive that I used to get extremely agitated at the games that I would play. And there were certain times where I would break controllers every other week. I'd break my monitor, I'd break things. And like in my head, I'm just like, I got to a point in life where I'm like, damn, I can't afford doing this. And then it helped me stop doing, I think the biggest break for me was when I went back to the things I love, which is racing, MMOs, loot shooters, stuff like that. But I spent most of my time playing competitive shooters and competitive fighting games, doing tournaments, stuff like that. And, it was fun at the time, but it was just like, ugh, you know. Hi, bro, how are you? Happy Sunday. Yeah, it used to be like that. It used to really be like that. I would really get so drawn out from that realm of, you know, dude, like it tired me out so much because I thought to myself, I think the breaking point was when I slowly started to feel like the COD community, or at least the games, were just getting boring. And I said to myself, man, these games are so shit, you know? I'm not necessarily celebrating it early and stuff like that, but count on Chris. What's good, man? How you doing? Glad you made it. I'm not celebrating it early. It's just I decided to do a stream today because I knew I was gonna kind of be away from my PC tomorrow and stuff like that. I was just gonna find other things to do. But I had a great Cuban dinner and not dinner, but brunch. It was great. I actually like really enjoyed it. They sung happy birthday to me in a traditional fashion. I loved it. Chicken and waffles, man. Oh my god. That's like bum salad, man. That's fantastic. Are you going to upload this? It's already going to be uploaded after the live stream ends. So if you wanted to watch it again, but we're going to be live until like maybe 11 or 12 o'clock. So you have enough time to watch. But you did make it in time. So where'd my team go? The fuck? They went in a different direction. I know. You know, it's one of those things when you get older, you kind of don't want too much because like in your head you kind of want to just you really love the little things. Like for me, for my birthday, I really just wanted to eat food. I know it sounds like a fat people thing because I know some people would look at it like, damn, bro, like really, like that's all you wanted to do? Yeah, of course, because when you're younger, you want like dumb shit, right? You want like really, really dumb shit. Like you'll ask for like it almost feels like at that time you go through an unappreciative cycle in your life where you ask for all these materialistic things. But then you later realize in life that like those materialistic things don't even fucking matter because when you're dead, you're dead. You know? So you kind of appreciate moments like with your family and shit like that. You know? Yeah, right, exactly. So yeah, I know you're like super family, man. Yo, what's good, Flex? How we doing? Now my team comes. These guys are a bunch of. These guys are tools, man. You wait until his health is low, and then y'all want to just come in here, man. Fuck out of here with that shit. You better kill him. Y'all just better kill him, bro. What the f is this, bro? Kill his ass, bro. There you go. Like a sandwich, bro. Like a sandwich. There you go. There you go. That's how you make a meat sandwich, bro. I'm out of here. True. Yeah, because like, look, I was talking to somebody and they were telling me, nah, man, like, cause they were like the same age as me, and they were like, nah, man, I wanna do this, I wanna do that, and it's like, dude, when you get older and you have a family or you have kids, or even if you're just a single individual, you don't want to fucking like do all that other shit anymore. Like there's still people like my age going out clubbing or our age going out clubbing. And it's like, yeah, cool. Like you get to do whatever you want with your time. But it's like, man, that shit is whack. You want some stripper named Sprinkles to booty rub you and shit? Like what the fuck is that? That's some depressing ass shit. You got fucking sprinkles all over the place. Like a you want some stripper named Jerry Curls to just sprinkle her shit all over you? Like what the fuck is wrong with you? Yo, Sprinkles, this is me. No way, let's go, baby. I fucking like what are you doing? How old would I be? 33. 33. I just buy food on my B-day and chill. I mean, that's another way of doing it. I mean, if you're good at cooking, I would expect a person to do that too. I would expect a person to do that. Cause like I would want to cook on my birthday, like in the future, or whatever. Yeah. But no, like I've met people that are like that, you know, like they'll, yeah, yeah. It's like the time, uh, this was like 2016, and we had this coworker. His name was Gerald, and he used to tell us stories about like him going to the strip club and that he used to love this woman. That's why I mentioned the name Sprinkles because he was like, "Yo, she fills my donut so good," and the way he said it was just wrong, bro. I was like, "What's wrong with this guy?" Yo, he got like psychological issues. He's like, "Yo, sprinkle my donut." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Yo, what the fuck? Yeah, man. What's wrong with these people, man? What the hell? Like, God, man. Like, it just. Anyways, like that's just the reminder of like why I don't go to like the strip club or whatever the case may be because I don't do shit like that. I didn't even do that shit when I was younger. No, I didn't even do that shit when I was younger. To be honest, I don't know anybody in my family that has ever did that. Like, I don't even think my brother has done that either, as far as I understand. We got to see the whole build so I can come back and rewatch it. I'll show you after this Dark Zone shit. I had to dismantle light work because it was a lower piece, so you're gonna see a different build. By the way, I just want to let you know ahead of time. Let me get the fuck out of here. I don't want to be here. Just the chest piece. I didn't dismantle anything. But yeah, so I told my mom and stepfather, I was like, why did you take light work off? Because it was a lower piece, and um it it just wasn't matching with the rest of my build, so I had to take it off because when I was on a different chest piece, like I couldn't keep it. I didn't want to keep it because it was lower. Anyways, so this is my build now. I had to change it up a little bit. So I went with the death from afar because the death from afar grants firepower equal to 14.4 headshot damage, and it stacks. So that's why I've chose it, right? This is very good when you're like running assault rifle, sniper, or SMGs, right? And then I have a maxed out proficiency modified USC for the shredding damage, and then I have my custom 416 G3, which also melts as well too. So the thing with this one is precise trauma. When you hit an enemy dealing the skill damage, it actually, what I've noticed about this gun is that it causes bleed damage. So I just kept it because it was a blast damage weapon. And then this one, the ammo charge, you can kind of just like hit fire and stuff. And with the added uh, death from afar, like it's better to hit fire than it is to aiming down unless you're really that close. As far as the specialization, right? The specialization I have breach combo, firmware, which is the combatives. During the breach combo grants 150% weapon critical hit chance, which is good to destroy bosses. The reason why I didn't apply these two was because I'm still working on that, but not like I would have enough time, of course. And then I have this one for the breach, which is 100%. So it's all for that, right? And then for the shield, which I'm still looking for, grants 12% toughness while phalanx shield is deployed, which is also good to have phalanx armor for that. So that's that, right? And then this one, the shockwave spike grants 8% critical hit chance. So just this in total, the shock with this on top of like the damage I already do, kind of like multiplies it. So 156% weapon critical hit chance on top of the critical hit chance you're already getting from like the OS protocol. Yeah. So the chest piece I had to change it for was Fury because of the set. Hypervigilance healing grants 5% weapon damage reduction, which I don't have to take that much damage. And it has the increased total health. So I had to change it out for that, and then I have to go get another one that has light work on it or whatever, which will happen sooner or later, I guess, when that day comes. But I don't have enough time to do that either way. But yeah, it's not really much to show there. It's just what the build has, I guess. Sometimes you gotta remove it. Sometimes like you go through like different like pieces that are just better for the set. Yeah, so. But at least you actually seen it ahead of time, so there's that. But yeah, as far as I feel like you were doing more damage with light work though. Yeah, I probably was, but at the very same time, I kind of wanted survivability. Because I felt like, in my head, at least what I was thinking was I needed something that was going to help me survive. Because I think what you're taking out of like the situation is like when you're somebody who is running legendary missions, right? Because I'm going to use that as an example. You want something that is actually going to keep you alive as well as doing damage. And the problem is that when you're running light work, you're glass cannon. So basically, when you're running light work, you're extremely glass cannon. So there's just no way of surviving that. There's no way of surviving like certain situations like that. You could put out a lot of damage, you just can't. There's no way of you actually getting out of, especially when it comes to legendary. When it comes to legendary, it's just like those guys will turn you into a fucking an inside out pizza. So you gotta have, it's hard to have both, but you kind of want to go with both. But yeah, man, happy holidays to you guys. Make sure you guys like the stream. I would really appreciate that. um I I actually want to thank most of you guys for actually being here and supporting. um it was actually good to see my brother and Flex at the same time as well too. I'm surprised not beating each other up. I always wondered to myself, you know, like, will we see a set this year or next year? But I don't know when that's actually gonna occur. I think another thing too is like I was running a rifle as well too. I was running a rifle. Like when I had a rifle, like I had a shredding rifle, so it was doing insane damage. But the problem was is that, you know, he's a set ducker. Oh really? Man, that's crazy. At least the truth came out sooner or later, because I knew that was gonna happen. You know what's crazy is like, um, what's crazy is like, yeah, like I got invited, right? And I don't know if like he knew this, but like I got invited to like to play Street Fighter 4. And I think this guy sent me an invite. I think he forgot that like I blocked him. So I didn't know that he was still able to invite me like on Steam. And I was just sitting there like thinking to myself like, what the fuck? Like I was like really close to being like joining and just, you know, but I didn't join. I was just like whatever. One thing to take into account when the game fully releases is like, because there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be relatively different when the game fully releases, right? And I explained this before, and I don't know if like anybody was like listening to me at the time, but the thing that you have to take into account is like the people who have played the beta are gonna have more of a head start than the people that didn't get to play the beta. Simply because if you purchase the pass or premium credits into the game, what happens essentially is that you get like compensation, as I explained before. But as far as I'm thinking, Anime Lover 08, what's good? Who is that? What the heck? Who is that? They changed their name or something? Wait a minute. Wait 1 second. Wait. Oh, it's Curly. My God. You know how long it's been? Oh my freaking God. You know how long it's been since I seen you? Wow, that is so crazy. I haven't seen you in like, man, you were under a rock. Like, holy sh. I forgot to change my name here? Yeah, probably so. I've been hanging in there. Um, just, trying to get as much things in life done. And I was wondering when would there be a time that I would run into you, because I was about to tell you that I play Need for Speed Mobile, but I don't know if you actually play that anymore. But I play Need for Speed Mobile. Well, I've been playing Race Master actually. College and work. Oh, you saw my video. Oh, okay. Yeah, that game's a bitch. I love how they put me at a very big disadvantage when it comes to earning vehicles, because you can't even buy the pass in the game. So these guys think it's a really good idea to change like the payment method, and I can't even purchase the pass. So not only are these guys dickheads, but they also like they fucking with my time, you know? Because before I even decided to switch over to like a WeChat account, these motherfuckers gave me shit ass vehicles on another account. Unless my luck is unfortunate. I did DM you on Discord though. Thought you blocked me? What are you talking about? I didn't block you. I haven't like really touched my Discord as much these days. The only people that really hit me up is like Andre and Brownie. That's it. That was about it. Like nobody else has really hit me up like that. I mean, aside from Instagram, but I really have like an extremely short circle of people around me, so. You were gonna bother me to help? I mean, I need to find out how to add you even in Need for Speed Mobile, because I don't even know how to fucking do that. I have to use a translator. Here, Brownie DM'd me to become friends and to see how you're doing. Oh, he DM'd you to become friends? Wow, that's actually shocking. Because this is no disrespect to Brownie, but Brownie, like, I don't want to talk about. It's just to say that when he's not here. I would rather him be here so I can say it. But like, he just seems like the type of guy that's like, man, if you're gonna talk to me, fuck you. Kiss my ass. That's exactly like, but he's changed, so he's not necessarily the same. But I always get that impression that he's like, you're not gonna talk to me, go fuck yourself. Like that's basically, you know. Yeah. But he's changed a little bit. He's actually matured over time. Going through certain circumstances made him really change his mind about a lot of things. So I'm proud of him, you know. He made me really think that, you know, he's grown. The thing he just really needs to stop doing is like, well, the thing he just needs to stop doing is just waking up at 9 a.m. in the morning to tell me that he's getting ready to jerk off. And then, you know, because as a best friend, I don't think a best friend should tell another best friend to advise them that they're doing that. I think like that's not the way, bro. Like you gotta respectfully. Yeah, man. Like, but as soon as like he stops that, then yeah, everything else is fine. But don't tell me that you're getting ready to do it. Because like it almost feels like I'm preparing for like an OnlyFans video that I didn't pay the subscription for, dude. Like, what am I even buying? What am I even buying into? Like, what is this? You know? But yeah, that's as much information as I have on Division Mobile and stuff like that. I'm not really like somebody who. One thing I would guarantee is that April 1st or towards the ending of March, going April 1st. I think it's the first week. I'm just gonna say the first week. So the first week is when the full release of this game comes out, right? And one of the questions that was asked to me was if the builds are going to be different, they're going to be nerfed or whatever the case may be. I'm not entirely sure, but I will tell you from my experience playing Breacher that the thing with Breacher is Breacher doesn't do that much damage. Like, it may seem like I'm doing it. Like, I'll show some challenge runs or whatever the case may be. But in reality, there are other classes that are significantly better than Breacher, right? And I just want you to keep that in mind, that if you don't see much of a damage difference towards endgame, be prepared that that's really the case. Because if you played Division 2 or you played other Division games, you would know skill builds do the most damage. So, just letting you know ahead of time. I don't think I do so bad. Sorry I haven't been in touch, just been under a lot of stress. Well, you see, Curly, I feel like I've been in the same boat. You know, I haven't really been open enough to talk about these things because I feel like I don't, you know, I tried my best to keep certain things very personal. Um, but I think throughout the summer and even throughout, uh, you know, parts of September, I think for a good 4 months, I lost a bit of myself too, you know, like I really, really lost myself. I started to really just dive into this depression due to a lot of particular things that were occurring within my life and just other relationships of that matter. So I definitely was in the same boat. Um, I haven't really fully mentally recovered from certain things, but at the very same time, I'm just kind of like pushing through. And I it may not, I can't say I may understand what you're going through or what led you to that, but I would say that in terms of being able to love and appreciate yourself is kind of like within the same boat or in the same premise. Because listen, you're only human, right? You go through those things in life. You go through certain situations that make you question your worth, in a sense. And sometimes you have to kind of like take a step back, because that's part of healing, right? That's part of healing in a way. Is that you tend to you tend to like want to evolve, but the only way to evolve is by staying away from people, and that's probably why I did what I did. I tried, you know, like I'm not somebody who denies the things that I've done, because I've done some things, so I can't sit there and say that I deny any of it, you know. Thing I can't do to people is lie to them, you know. Yeah, I understand. Sometimes you want to beat it alone without worrying others. Well, yeah, you know, like when it comes to certain friendships, if you have close friends that understand, then they're gonna understand. I don't think that there's gonna be like a time. Who the fuck are you? I should just take all of these guys out. Fucking. I'm over here trying to explain something. I'm monologuing, and this guy brings out an entire army of. I don't even know where the hell they came from. I think it was behind me that they did. Learn to take myself out to dinner. I think you should always appreciate yourself. Look, Curly, like look where you used to be before and then look where you are now. That's why I try to tell people. I can't wait until I get to a point in my life to where I could look back at like moments like this and be like, man, I remember when I used to be here. I'm so glad that I'm here right now, you know? And I'm sure that will happen sometime soon. I'm sure that will happen sometime soon, but you always got to remember, like, you used to be in a different predicament before, and then now it's different because you're actually doing something with yourself, whether it be school or job or whatever the case may be. And I think that anybody would want to do that, you know? Anybody would want to do that. So I feel like that's that's already a good start. But the loving yourself ordeal, that of course is always going to take time. Yeah. Can't take certain things personal, you know. Sometimes, like, you know, I've always said this, and I'm a firm believer of it. Everybody's entitled to whatever life they live, but the only time that it ever becomes an issue is if, like, I've always said that anybody can live their life however they want to. But the biggest issue that I have is when somebody hurts somebody and then their excuse is like they're trying to live their best life. Like, I personally, no, you sometimes you gotta make that shit right. I'm sorry, I was selling something. You gotta make that shit right, because, you know, unless you don't care in the future, because then some people just wait until it's too late. And I know, like, that's kind of an understatement, right? Because you don't want to always wait until it's too late, right? But like, they wait until like 6 7 months from now and then apologize. Like, I get time heals people, but at the same time, you can't, it's already been done. Even if that person did forgive you, like, if they don't want nothing to do with you, that's their choice, because, you know, can't rewrite history. So, but you can make an OnlyFans. It's never too late. You can make an OnlyFans. It's possible. Everybody has it. I just want to say something too. Like, I thought this was kind of funny, but, and I'm not gonna say whose name it is, but there was a guy specifically on this leaderboard that said that I was never gonna beat him on the leaderboards, right? That I was never gonna beat him. I was never gonna be strong, right? This was when I first touched the beta. You will see him nowhere on this leaderboard at all. And it's not disrespecting him, but I don't see him nowhere on this fucking leaderboard. So I just think it's kind of funny how you say that I'm not gonna make it, and I'm not gonna see you. You don't even know where I can see on the fucking leaderboard. So, and I'm not, again, like, I'm not the type of person to brag or whatever the case is, but I just love when people say shit like that, and then when I actually do it, they're just like, he must have like disappeared or something, because I haven't seen him since. But, oh man, that's just so, how does the leaderboard work? It all is based on power score. That's what it's based on. It's all based on power score. Haven't unlocked this mission, difficulty cannot enter. What are you even talking about? They're all here, right? Yeah, it's all based on like power score basically. I think I'm glitched. I'm gonna have to reset this. So the higher your power score is, like your total power score, it goes to the leaderboard, basically. And I think the guy that was talking shit about me was on the top of that leaderboard, but I haven't seen him since. He's not even on there. So whatever. No, I ate before. I think it was at 7 o'clock or something like that. I had the food that my uncle made and stuff. You know what's crazy? It's like every time he makes me food, I happen to go to sleep, man. I don't know. Like, I don't want to say that I have the itis, but I'd be wrong for not saying that. You know when somebody like makes you really good food and you're just like, man, I think it's time to sleep. Like that's basically what you think to yourself. You're like, damn, I think it's really time to sleep. Yeah, I mean, he made me some really good food and I just looked at the time and I'm like, man, it's too early and I just passed out anyways. Killed me with that shit too. I look how my life before and now, and I notice a big difference. I can talk to people now and be shy. I can talk to new people and coworkers. Exactly. So compared to what you used to be before, which you talked about a lot, was the fact that you weren't communicating as much because you were shy. And I think that it's a big difference compared to what you used to be like. And I think your job actually plays a very big part in that. Because when you're working a job that requires you to communicate with your coworkers, I think it actually does help. Um, I've had plenty of jobs where I wouldn't say I had to be forced to talk to coworkers, but it had encouraged me to get more involved. However, I'm not like a party-like person. I don't like going to like parties or whatever the case may be. If it's a family ordeal, I can understand. I'll get involved in some family ordeals. We'll do bachata all day, whatever. But like in terms of like getting involved in like other stuff of that nature, like like work parties, that's just not my thing. It really isn't. I feel more comfortable. I still hide during lunchtime. Well, I think the reason why you hide during lunchtime is probably because of the fact that um, everybody at your job has cooties and you're probably trying to finish a chicken sandwich. So, I mean, shit, I used to know a guy that hid in lunchtime. He went to go, I don't want to expose what he does and stuff like that, but like, he used to hide during lunchtime because he never used to eat at lunch. He used to eat when he went home, but lunchtime, he would go and he would just watch porn. And I thought that was very unusual, but I think like when I later started to get to know him, he was just getting himself prepped up for his wife when he came home. And I'm like, damn, that guy's a genius, man. I need to learn a lot from this guy. This guy is he's smart. I'll give it to him. So I never really, cause you know it's funny because I call him one time watching it, and I'm like, that's strange. Usually people don't do that when they're at work, but he just looked like this was like his first time watching Titanic, and Leonardo DiCaprio was about to drown. Come go, Jack. Stuff like that. So it's Spirit Week. Isn't that a sport related ordeal? Eating in her car. Well, maybe she doesn't like eating around people. You know, it's funny because some people would classify those individuals as them being weird, but in reality, those people are not weird. Those people are not weird. They just choose to eat a certain way or they choose to live their life a certain way. It doesn't make them weird. It just makes them different from everybody else. I used to know a lot of people that would like do things that are unorthodox to the normal. So I don't have a problem with people doing things like that because maybe they just don't like people, and the more honest you are about it, the better. So And that's what I was going to mention too. Some people have anxiety as well too when it comes to socializing with other individuals, but maybe they probably haven't found somebody they're comfortable around. So most of the time, these people, because they say people at work genuinely are like they're like creatures, right? I like the way you speak. Thank you. It's not weird at all though. But they say people at work are like creatures, but at the end of the day, these people are just normal people like you. They live life different. So and that's probably why, and that's probably because she's not comfortable around you. That's fine. It happens. Yeah. I think I'll be, man. Knox. Yeah, I know some people like that too. Yeah, sorry, used to know them because I don't have a big group of friends like that. Not physically, IRL. What's wrong with this guy? Is he alright? You hanged out with her last summer? Well, I guess it's not all that bad. At least you share that in common, though, Curly. Well, yes and no. How you doing, William? How's the kids? How's your family? Yes and no, because sorry, that's good to hear. Did you see my message on Instagram about the midget? I don't know if you've seen it, but this guy dude said that you're gonna let me leave me alone because of that. I like the whole reason why I said it was because so he could react. He's always getting a reaction out of me, so but yes and no. Yes, it kind of plays a part into working, but no, because I don't think a person should have to talk about their personal life with anybody unless they're that close to them. So no. I think more a big no because you want to be you want to be an open book and you want to have that type of function, but at the very same time I don't think that you should be that type of person to let your business fly out like that because I don't do that shit. Not to do that. So, like, would you rather go to work being an anonymous soul that can communicate with anybody, or would you rather be somebody that goes into work and everybody knows your business? Everybody knows everything about you, where you take a shit, where you go to sleep, what you're thinking. Like, you don't want to be that type of person. Because at the end of the day, like, you know, just saying, like, you do more justice with being who you are right now versus who you're pretending to be. Because I'm not gonna lie, like when there's people at work do shit like that, and even I think it's even worse on the internet because there's so many people playing into their personality that they just forget who the fuck they are as a person. That happens to me sometimes. You get so wrapped into a persona and you believe in that persona and you just run with it. Like, no. A fly minding his own business is more like a mythological term. Sorry. But the reason why I say that is because there's just too many people that really want to know too much about people. It's better to keep your life private. Like, for example, I was at the Cuban restaurant today and one of the girls asked for my number and I was like, I don't give out my number like that. And even though that could strike as a conversation and stuff like that, you kind of have to be like that because you don't know, this world is very different. It's not like how it used to be. It isn't. It's not how it used to be. And then I can't be asked to do shit like that. You guys are in my way. Exactly. I like thinking like that because I like to give people a chance. But at the very same time, it's like you gotta be very careful because like there's some people that play a very good role in being nice. They play a very, very good part in being a nice person. And in reality, when you see their darkest side, then you start to realize, oh, they're not who I think they are. You know, they're not who I think they are. And you kind of have to take a couple of steps back because there's some people that really, really try to give that persona like they're very different, like they're this person. And when you really get to know them, they're not entirely the same person that you communicated with before. I would rather give somebody a random number. I'll give them a WhatsApp number. Tell them, yo, this shit works. Just contact me here. I'm about to leave this guy and try to do a legendary run. I don't know what he's doing. I think like he's looking into the sun right now. He's not on planet Earth. I mean, I want to help him, but I don't know what he wants. So. Okay. Yeah. I'll ask him what he wants. I don't want to leave disrespectfully. I'll just. Yeah, that's the 16th. What was confusing me was when I looked at this. I looked at the weekly bounties and I saw that it unlocks in 1 day and then unlocks in 3 days. So I was under the impression that the beta was being extended. But then the community manager was in here and he said the beta ends the 16th. So he confirmed it. But I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they put it to that date. It doesn't make any sense to me. It confused the shit out of me. But yeah, it's good to see that you're alive, Curly. It's good to see that, you know, you are doing well. Um, One of the things that I really was going to talk about is like the only reason why I've been uploading and doing things on the YouTube platform is because I have the time. But I think in the start of the year, I won't be uploading or doing any streams of that nature because I have a lot of things that I had prepared for. And you know, when you're in your 30s, you kind of want to start preparing for your future before you're 40 years old. You start to think about that a lot, you know. And for me, it's like I needed to prep because I know that I'm younger than most people, but I still had to prepare. And I think that's just gonna take too much of my time. I won't even be gaming either. So, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. I have a lot of things to change. I have a lot of things to look forward to, and that's just what it is. You know, I'm already moving in the right direction in terms of working out. My whole goal is to reach 200 pounds, um, and just make my body as fit as possible. Cause I'll be honest, I'm not happy being skinny. I want to shape my body the way I want to shape it. Just like I want to shape my future the way I want to shape it. So these are things that it's going to require me to sacrifice the very things that I enjoy. And I just want to be able to say that ahead of time. So if you don't see me for a while, it's because of that. It's because in order for you to make everything possible the way you pan it out in your head, you have to subtract everything else. You know? How can you contact me? Discord. Instagram, Discord, whatever. Especially due to like my past insurgencies, you know, like my past insurgencies, um, you know, like I'm not gonna talk about it here, but it made me really think about like my own personal worth. And but I know not to put myself in a situation or multiple situations like that again, because and you know, yeah, I just don't think I can talk about that. But it's just like it made me realize how many things are missing in my life and as many things as I actually want to do to push forward. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I gotta friend you again. You don't show up on my list. You got back into you Lego build? You build Legos and shit? Yeah, I mean, I think gaming is always gonna be there, and I think everything else that I have as a hobby is gonna be there. But I just want to try out different things, and I wanna be able to, cause I've already worked on my career, and I'm forwarding it because I want to be able to pursue it, and I feel like I would be in a better place. And once I am in a better place, I don't mind re-uploading to YouTube and doing all that stuff. Hopefully, it's around the time when the game fully releases. You know. When we're gonna play Marvel Cosmic Invasion, I think in the next couple of days. I have to buy the game on because I don't know if I told you I have it on emulation. I don't have it on Steam or anything. You know, it's funny. I know a guy that looks like Paul Walker in real life. It's actually my best friend. His name is David. I remember one time I seen him in person. It was very recent. And I put my arm around him. I was like, I told you motherfuckers he's alive. I told you. And he started laughing. His wife was laughing hysterically. I was like, did I fucking tell you he was alive? I was pointing my finger at him. He was taking a picture next to his Evo 10, and I put my arm around him. I was like, yo, make sure you record. It's like, I told you he was fucking alive. He didn't die in that fucking Porsche accident. It's all a spoof, and you know, nah, I gotta buy it and shit like that. If I even get money or whatever, and if I don't, I'll probably buy it in the future. I wanted to play that game. You know why? Because when I played it on emulation, Cosmic Marvel Cosmic Invasion is such a good fucking game. It is such a good fucking game. Very good fucking game. You see, Flex would know about that, but the thing is Flex, Yo, like, we want to say this, but he's my boy. But that Steam library gotta go, bro. Cause you play too many hentai games, man. We gotta do something about that. Get rid of those hentai games and get yourself some cosmic invasion shit. Because you that hentai games ain't helping you, bro. I respect it at the end of the day, but you doing too much, bro. I don't know what this guy's doing. I'm just gonna leave, do my own thing. Let him hit me up when. Let him hit me up some other time. But yeah, that I'm telling you, Flex, he got the porno list, man. I'm like, man, that's crazy. Them hentai games ain't doing him too good, man. That's crazy. You gotta remove that library, Flex, cause I'm telling you, like that ain't good, Papa. Is this on legendary? Oh, it is. Okay. All right. Let's test this out. Okay, so I'm by myself. There's red here, red there. Okay. I think this is easier to maintain. Yeah, Curly, like honestly, you could just send me a friend request on what is it called? Discord or whatever. I honestly thought that you had my details already or whatever. But yeah, Cosmic Invasion is such a good game, man. Like it really is. It's such a good game. I actually really enjoy it. Um, and I think like really I don't want to be this guy, man, but like I really don't want to play Marvel Rivals. I just don't want to play it. Like, listen, I get it. Like, other people are interested in it, but like, I just don't see myself playing that game. So the difference between this build and here is like, um, because it still hits and shit, right? But you see what I mean by I have to duck and cover? Because even though like I'm doing the damage, right? Like even though I'm doing the damage, I have to stay in cover because look at how these guys hit, and they're tanky too. It's another thing. They're tanky as shit too. I want to let you know that, Chris, because as you can tell, they take a bit of time to kill. Well, maybe not as long as like the other guys, but you gotta play like really um you gotta play smart. You can't play dumb. Like I can't play the way that I used to play. Let me see if I can. Who are you like using? I use Venom and Nova. I wonder if I could. Okay, let me see if I can get him. What is wrong with that guy? Okay. Deadpool is coming. Let me heal. And this is done. Nick, you should be playing Plutonium like a real man. Yeah, but you know nothing about that game too, bro. Cause like, let's be honest, man. Like, the reason why you know nothing about that game is because that game is too much for you, bro. Okay, so far it's doing good. The build, but these guys got bots. Oh my. The good thing about me playing on this difficulty is the fact that like I can actually control the basis of like. And the crazy thing is he's telling me to play Plutonium, but the problem is um Flex, he don't know nothing, bro. Like I don't know why like Flex does this to himself, man. He don't know nothing. Like you spend most of your time telling me to play these games and stuff like that. You don't even play Plutonium like a real man, bro. You're not even good at COD anymore, bro. It is what it is. You know what's funny? I still remember this, right? But like, what made my time with Curly so cute was when like she would play like Star Wars with me, and it was really hard to tell if she was a real player or a bot. So like, I thought it was always cute that like I would play with her and she would move like a bot, and I'd be like, "Yo, this is like the very first time." I love Star Wars Battlefront 2. I love Star Wars Battlefront 2. I wish that there was a mobile version of Star Wars Battlefront 2 because I'm telling you, like, I think Star Wars Battlefront 2 is an extremely underrated ass game. I can't believe it started to get better, like, after the fact. But I like using Venom. I like using, Ghost Rider. And I like, yeah, I mean, I want to use Cap more, like in Cosmic Invasion. I want to use Cap more, but it almost feels like he's like really only motherfuckers like you shut up, bro. Cause you know what? At one point in time, you were fucking with the game too. What are you talking about? Oh my god, bro. This guy Flex is a different person now, bro. I never used to talk shit about him when he used to play Street Fighter listening to Papa Roach, bro. You didn't see me coming at you crazy. Let me enjoy what I like to enjoy, bro. If you like Papa Roach, fuck it. I love me some Papa Roach too. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm joking. He was blasting Papa Roach in his car and shit, you know? I didn't say nothing about it. I didn't say nothing about it. I let him live his life. I think I seen your friend request. There you are. I see you. Oh, just had to buff these guys. What's wrong with Papa Roach? I mean, like, I don't want to tell you this, like, not to offend you or anything like that, but I'll be honest with you. I don't expect a guy like you to be listening to like Papa Roach and stuff like that. I thought you were the type of guy to listen to Bone Thugs and Harmony, you know? But Papa Roach is good too. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about it. I mean, like, if you like Papa Roach, you like Papa Roach. See, I can do this legendary, like a little bit. I can do it. The only problem is that I don't have a piercing weapon. I can't use piercing. But I can, however, kill this guy with uh, the other shit. But I was gonna tell you, I did come into your stream a couple of times when you were watching like Korean dramas, and I was gonna tell you, you know, you can actually control the you can actually have something on Twitch now to where you can view the Korean dramas with the community like a watch party type of ordeal, and it actually works very well on iPad to make it a lot easier for you where you can see the chat and shit like that. But I thought you bought a PC though. That's why I was like, why are you streaming on iPad? Like, whose house are you in? I mean, at least Curly's not like the other streamers where they would just like casually watch porn on stream. Because I thought like we were past like the JTV era, but it seems like people still do that. They casually watch porn on their couch and they'd be like, yeah, you know, just passing the time. I'm like, that's great. That's awesome. Damn, bro, these guys are so tanky. I'd be lucky enough to get the classic M4 from this shit. I hope I do. It'd be crazy if I could do this shit by myself, but I highly doubt it. There would be too many mobs and it's way too aggressive. I have to play super, like... Here we go. Got that. My favorite porn streams? I knew you were into that shit. I fucking knew it. I knew you were into that shit. It was only a matter of time until you actually came out and said it. I don't know how long it was gonna take you, but I knew it. I fucking knew you were into that shit. The first person to discover it was Joe. Joe was like, you know he's into porn, right? I'm like, yep. The sad part is, he's been my best friend for a while and he hasn't really watched any of that shit with me. So, I played my PC. I've been playing a lot of backyard baseball. Emulation? Like, are you referring to emulation or? Because that's where it's available at. I gotta kill this guy. This guy is a nuisance and a half. It's so hard because I'm stuck in an angle to where like they're all shooting at me at the same time and I'm by myself. I see. Yeah, you know, like one of the things that I hope that when I actually do get the time and it does release is actually Gear Club 2. I mean Gear Club 3, sorry. Because Gear Club 3, like I can't wait until the other game actually does release. Because I don't know, like when I played the first two Gear Clubs on Switch and PC, I really thought that like that company is like so slept on. Look at them, they just erased my health. Oh my god, bro. Knew it. Now I gotta start over. Damn, they fucked me up, man. See, this is what happens, like, you know. I ain't gonna say no names, but you know who you are. I've always wanted to like get into like those type of games simply because this guy's a dirtbag. I need another person with me that's actually strong so that way he can be the one doing skills. Because then it would be better. This guy's... I need to kill this one. Yeah, I think like a lot of people's childhood games are actually starting to come to life. They need to really start doing more remasters. They really need to start doing more remasters because to me, like I think it's always important that you keep that audience alive in a way because like there's a lot of games that I just want to be remastered. You know. But I don't know how long that's really gonna take them. I can't like I mean I can kill them, that's not the problem. Like this guy's almost dead. These guys are both affected by shredding damage too. Yeah, we can. I mean, if they can only focus on that too, because But it seems like they can't even do both. These AAA companies. You got to get a company that actually, isn't it? It's so sad thinking about this, right? But like you got to get like a AAA company that isn't really big on like triple A company or triple A publisher, sorry, that you know could probably do the job, right? Because it just seems like all these other companies like they don't want to do it, and it's really sad when you think about it because that's like a lot of potential. It's almost like I've been saying this a million times, and I can't stress this point enough, but it's almost similar to like the catastrophe with the Need for Speed games. Like, you know how easy it is for you to like just fucking make like a Need for Speed collection, and but they don't want to do that. So it's like, sometimes like I just think to myself like they don't really care to do that because yeah, I did actually. Why are you getting that close, man? Oh wow, I actually got the first wave vector. I'm gonna try that shit out. No, but like I tried that out. That was pretty sick. Um, but you know what's crazy is like when I tried that out, I don't know who the hell it was that told me this, but they were like, "Yo, that shit is trash. That shit is no good." I was like, "What? That shit better than half the Steam games." No offense, I mean, that shit's better than half the Steam games. What the hell? Oh my god, you see what I mean? Like, I poked my head out for 1 second, and this sniper's already on my ass. It's funny, like yeah, that is very unique, like I like a change of pace. I like a change of pace. I don't like when all games are, the same in a sense. I would like there to be more games that are like that are unique in that type of way. Because I can't stand when people, you know, they're so used, like, it's like the people or, and I have nothing against it, like, they're only used to Call of Duty games. And it's like, bro, like, you gotta change that up sometimes, man. Like, not a, like, nobody's gonna, like, invade your personal space or haunt your dreams if you want to play, like, different games, man. Like, I thought it was pretty unique because I actually really enjoy the puzzle solving and the third person shooter based ordeal. I don't think anything was bad about it. I think, like, you know, definitely better than a lot of the other games that, like, so far. There hasn't been that many games that have actually, like, impressed me or were worth playing, you know? But some people are different, man. Like they people have different tastes, but I don't think that game was bad. I don't think the demo was bad either. But some people they have different motives, of course. I'm gonna try and save my health, man, because this guy like he's taking forever to die. Because again I don't have piercing shit. I have shredding, but I don't piercing. Yeah, when it does release, I look forward to it. I might have to get somebody to play with me so I can do this run. But I got the vector though. Yeah, but you know, Curly, like sometimes like people. Oh, this got precise trauma. That's pretty good. And then this one's a shredding weapon. That's good. If this is gold, I can use that as a piercing weapon. But the thing with LMGs in this game is that they're shit. They're fucking trash. So fucking trash. E2, that's Fury. Yeah, like, look, these new age kids, they don't care about that stuff. Like, you know, they're only into when's the next COD coming out, or when, and you can't blame them for that because at the end of the day, like, there are certain people that they just don't really care for. They don't care for old school stuff unless they really dive into it, you know. And I know I like there's some people that they take the time to dive into it, but like there's not a lot of people who do shit like that. There's not a lot of people that can actually take the time to dive into something like that. You know, I gotta be more careful because that's like asking for world peace. You know, like yeah, I'm sure like there's other people that might agree with it, but asking for people to be interested in those things is just nearly impossible. It's nearly impossible for somebody to be, or for everybody to be interested in these retro games and shit like that. When global release comes out, will you play with me? Of course. I don't see. I mean, it really just all depends if like I even play on time. To be honest with you, but I can't see why not. You know. But I'm doing legendary right now, and these guys are tanky as shit. As you can fucking tell, they're like really, really tanky. Just look like, all right, so Curly, you're almost like of that age and stuff like that. Like you're a bit older than me and stuff like that. So like you like classic games. I like classic games. Flex likes classic games. Like there's a certain amount of people that like classic games, but it's not everybody that's actually gonna like that shit. You know, like not everybody's gonna be into like stuff like Gran Turismo or like Gran Turismo 2 and 3, which arguably are the best Gran Turismos. Um, God Hand, Bloody Roar, stuff like that. You know, and then you just have to kind of accept that. Because, I mean, I can't see those games ever getting remastered or whatever. I can never see them do that because Hudson's not gonna move out any. Then they're not gonna do that shit anytime soon. This guy's sniping, so I have a chance. I was telling a buddy about NFS Mobile because he likes F1 racing. F1 World? What is that? God Hand might get remastered since Clover Studios is back. Oh man, that would be fucking amazing. I love that fucking game. We're talking about the same one, right? We're talking about the PS1 version? Because the PS1 version was very, very good. Like, I mean extremely good. The one with Cloud? I can't believe this idiot shot me through there. I gotta take him out. I should be stunning him because he's the one hitting me for that damage. Well, you see, like, you want to know the reason why, like, certain people like F1 racing, the PS1 version. Yeah, there's a PS1 version of God Hand. I think if I'm saying that correctly. Uh, let me leave out on this and try to recruit somebody that is just as strong as me. I have to check. Hold up, hold up. I don't want to be wrong about saying this. Air geese, air geese. Oh, my bad, my bad. You're right. I'm talking about air geese. I'm talking about air geese. You're right. You're absolutely right. Godhand was only for PS2, but air geese was more. Yeah, you're right. You're right. My bad. I got them mixed up. Central. I don't think they're gonna release another Titanfall game. To be honest with you, that is like beyond me that they'll ever release a Titanfall game. That's hard too, man. I mean, I've played. I have been playing with Quirky Turtle in High Energy Heroes, and I'm gonna tell you right now, that game is Apex, 100%. Titanfall 3 was canceled, so I dialed it. Yeah, I mean, look, Titanfall 3 was canceled. Look at that. Yeah, I've been playing. I've been playing with her. I have been playing time and time, not all the time though, but. So I don't know if you're still here, Chris. But there was something I was gonna explain to you. So you saw how I was doing that legendary run, right? Um, so, oh, you know why that happened, Curly, by the way? Why you thought that I blocked you? Because I have it set on my Discord that if you're not sharing the same server as me, you can't send a message. And the only reason why I did that is because before my account got hacked. For some strange reason it got hacked. Yeah, that's why. Because I was wondering, I was like, why? Because, but either you have to send a friend request, which you did, or something else of that nature. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's basically it. I need to find somebody that actually, it's just a lot of lower level people that are like, see, it's hard because a lot of those people kind of like really need help. I might run in with them, fuck it. I'm gonna get liquid and see. Yeah. Really doubt that they were actually gonna give us a Titanfall on 3 though. I couldn't see that shit happening. And it sucks, you know, because I'm not gonna lie, the movement, the gameplay, the story mode, everything about Titanfall 3, I mean Titanfall 2, And even Titanfall 1 was so amazing. I even went back to playing Titanfall 1 and 2 before like months and months ago. And it's so sad to see that game, you know, clean movement. You could fucking like the gunplay mechanics were great. The story mode was amazing. It's like, man, when you see a game like that just be discombobulated, it's fucked up. Really fucked up. And sometimes it's disappointing to watch when you really think about it. See, this has piercing damage. So if I was to level this up, oh man, I could just imagine the damage I would do. I could just imagine. Because this gun right here, the Vect, this shit shreds. I just need to get a police M4, or not a police M4, but like a lightweight M4, and I'm good to go. And I'll redo the whole run. So I'm gonna, I don't care if I die on legendary, I'm just gonna farm for that. But you see all these games throughout time just die repeatedly, and you're like, fuck, man, like, why does this keep happening? Like, why do we just see these games just be discombobulated? These are some great ass games. You even see it with mobile games too, man. Like, it sucks. They need to stop fucking around. They need to give us a Need for Speed Mobile that's global. They need to give us a Need for Speed Mobile that's global. They need to stop, like, making us play and have a WeChat account or whatever. Because at the end of the day, that shit is trash. Yeah, man, Titanfall 2 was so fucking amazing, man. Like, you have nobody has no idea. That game came out at the wrong time. If it had just came out a little bit later, it probably would have had a chance. Or maybe even a little bit early. Because people who love Apex, that's because of Titanfall. Titanfall was the originator. You have to create a WeChat to play Need for Speed Mobile, at least with me. But I know a person that can make you a WeChat account, and he doesn't even charge that much. And high energy heroes. I played with Quirky just fine without VPN, to be honest. Yes, thank you. They released the game in the middle of a COD and Battlefield warfare. Like, what's wrong with you? What is up with you? That was not a good marketing strategy, by the way. You don't release Battlefield and then release that game at the same time. And then ironically enough, you released that game months before Star Wars Battlefront 2 was gonna come out. So you already dug that game deep into the dirt, 6 feet. It's a shame, dude. You see this shit and you're like, what the fuck is going on, dude? Like, what is going on? What is wrong with these people? It just made me like second guess the whole thing. Like okay, like I get it. You only bring those things out because you want people to be more involved with your company, your products. But that wasn't a good marketing strategy. In fact, you didn't even have a marketing strategy when it came to that game at all. At all. And don't even get me started on your Apex Legends mobile, because you guys had no idea what you were doing. Absolutely no clue. That's like the tipping of the iceberg there. So yeah, there's a lot of gray areas, so to speak. There's a lot of gray areas. And then they wonder why certain people who are actual fans are pissed about that. Like, bro, they pissed because you guys just don't know what you're doing. And you wanna get mad at the people that are actually talking about it. Like, you can't do shit like that. You can't do shit like that, bro. Like you fucking up. Come on. Like we know damn well that's a problem. Yeah, one of the things that I will say is like I love playing Division. Um, I love playing Division, and this was a very good presentation of playing the first one. And I'm not gonna lie, from my experience playing the early access, regardless of anything, I definitely give this shit a 9 out of 10. I give it a 9 out of 10 because like I just enjoyed it so much. You know, there's always going to be that one game where you play it and you kind of forget about everything else. And I shit you not, when I play Division, I forget about everything else. I play a game called Racing Master, and it's created by NetEase, right? And NetEase games are actually pretty good. They made Destiny Rising. That fucking game is really good. It just doesn't have any content. But Racing Master is their first racing game, and they did a hell of a fucking job. So good that Andre is addicted to it. I got him into the game last week or a week and a half ago. The motherfucker's already at champion. Good game. Very good game. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay. Trying to get my build prepared for this fucking legendary shit. Okay, so Ram Vector, piercing weapon. That's probably not gonna be as bad. But in this one, they asked for all 3 types, so there's that. Damn, you know the only bad thing about playing like the emulator is that when you see the guys' faces, like look, the guy P2K, it looks like he's balding. That's bad. My man out here balding, bro. That's crazy. Okay, let me get back into this and try to get the weapon. Like, that guy had like 70 to maybe even like 80 different ball spots. Like, that shit kind of weird. Gotta be careful. Oh shit! Ah, that fucking guy set me on fire. Alright. Okay. This is just ridiculous. I keep forgetting. I have to play like really smart because I can't just. He still threw it? Oh my. That guy got a fucking arm and a half. I need to kill this guy. Nice. I'm just gonna recover my shit to full health. That didn't hit him? Oh my lord. I just hope this shit drops for me. The good thing is that I'm seeing like the damage and shit. I'm gonna just pull up on them. Fuck this shit. Fuck this. Oh, yeah. Hey! Fuck out of here. These guys are just like really. I can't say like they're completely tanky, but man. This is just ridiculous, man. All I want is the lightweight M4, bro. That's all I want. I gotta take out like these two guys. There. There we go. And I gotta take out this guy. And then the sniper. I think I'm gonna try and take him out. Yo, I threw it over. Wow. Oh man, I definitely need a fucking piercing weapon. I'm gonna try and level up that vector, because that vector's my only chance. it's this first phase. Like if I can get past this first phase, like then I kind of have a chance. Like I'm strong enough. Like I can take these guys out, but it's just sort of hard because oh man, I'm not gonna be able to reach him from this angle. He would have to move closer. I don't like when they do this too. Like they'll sit there and just like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, are you gonna get close or something? Like, I don't get it. I'll throw mad grenades in there. He ain't never coming out, bro. He's staying there. He never coming out, bro. He never coming out. Bullshit. The legendary has to be this mission, which is just insane. It's gonna take forever too. I wish I could shoot through walls. I wish I had like fucking penetration bullets just to shoot through walls, but it's not. Yeah, this is gonna take forever. This guy is like really staying there. Like that's just so fucking insane. Like dude, seriously? Like you're just not gonna move from there. You are absolutely not gonna move from there. Come on. Move to the right. Move to the right, please. Thank you. What if I was like to move over here? Would he actually move? No, he's just gonna sit there. That is so fucking strange. At least my health shit is coming back, so there's that. But he's just not gonna move now? Like, oh man, this guy. The only bad thing about this mission is that like you have to wait for this, like it just almost feels like this part is glitched in a sense. Dude, you are a dickhead. Why are you sitting there? Why the fuck are you sitting there? I'm just gonna keep waiting until both my grenades come back. Because if he's not gonna move from there, I'm gonna just keep chucking them. Stupid. So sad I have to wait for this shit. Only mission that this ever happens, because he doesn't want to. Oh, now he's moving. Look at this motherfucker. Oh, you piece of shit. You are a fucking piece of shit. You waited until I poked out so you could fucking come out again. That's so interesting to me. You are an impeccable human being, I'll tell you that. You are such an impeccable human being. Oh my god. That is just so stupid. Wow. He doesn't even move. Yeah, he's playing like a bitch. It's so strange how I have to grenade him out. I have to grenade him out. I have no choice. Because he's just gonna sit there. He's just gonna sit there. He's not gonna move. He's not gonna move at all. Like, it's insane. That's why I wish I had a skill user with me, because if I did, let me see who's online. That's strong enough. Let me see. 13,000. No. Liquid. Maybe Liquid, because Liquid's kind of... Oh, he's 16,000? I didn't even know that. Fuck. Can't. I'm just gonna wait here. This is gonna take too fucking long. Too long. Because this guy's just not gonna move. He is not gonna move, man. That is so stupid. The only reason why like he's doing that is because probably because he figures I'm gonna melt him, so see now I can kind of see him. Can he shoot through walls? No, he can't. Oh my god, you are a bitch. You're a bitch. Oh my god, this guy. Ah, whatever. I'm gonna kill him. I just need to wait for my grenades to come back. Yeah, I'll just wait for my grenades to come back. You gonna come out, or do you want me to keep throwing it in there? Oh man, it's so sad. Stupid. I just gotta get past this part. Yeah, I really gotta get past this part. Crazy. Hmm. He's still shooting me through there? Unless I move, right? Oh my god, bro, I'm about to die. Again. With him, I'm just gonna save my health. Throw grenades at him or some shit. Dude, he sniped me as I was doing that? The fuck? Oh man, he almost got me too. That shit fell right off too. That shit fell right off. I could just hit up like the guy that helped me in the first place, cause he's the one that helped me with WeChat. He only charges like about 15 bucks and stuff like that, so I'm sure he could be able to help you out. Oh man. Yeah, they can shoot me through here. I'll wait until both my grenades are back. It's just such a risk. Because I can't poke my head out. I just want to get past this part because I know I can kill the rest of them. See? Shit is crazy. Telling you, if I created a skill build, man, I would abuse the shit out of these guys. I bombed the fuck out of them and everything. See, they could even shoot me doing that. Like, that's so fucking crazy. That is so crazy. And this guy who's a sniper, he's having a fucking field day, too. He's just shooting recklessly, too. That shit funny as hell. I don't care. If I have to sit here, I'll throw grenades and stuff like that. I need to kill both of these guys. And then that sniper is fucked. Look at this shit. I knew that was gonna happen too. You can't throw a single grenade or you can't throw your ability because they'll start shooting at you. Great. I think I have a lot of patience. The thing is if I had my other stuff to level 3, it would probably be better. Like one of my abilities. Now I can possibly air this fucking guy out now. Because he's almost about to be dead. It sucks that you have to play like this, but it's the only way for you to like avoid not dying so fucking easily. See? With him, it's gonna be a lot easier because I just gotta get rid of the sniper. Yeah. Not a really bold move. Well, if I... Yeah, let me do that to him. Maybe it'd be a lot easier to take care of them. Because if I can get rid of the sniper, then everything else is easy.
I'd like to begin with a fact. Whether in a small town like McAllen in the Rio Grande, or in Chicago, New York, or Los Angeles, it is business. Big business.
Of course. It's just this guy. If I can take him out, then that'll be fine. So far, so good.
I'd like to begin with a fact. Whether in a small town like McAllen in the Rio Grande, or in Chicago, New York, or Los Angeles.
Yep. Now it's just him. Yeah, you're fucked, buddy. You're by yourself. There's nothing you can do. There you go. Now the bottom floor is gonna be easy because I took down the rest of these fucking assholes. I hope this shit drops. And if I die, fuck it. Whatever. Alright. What we got here? Oh my god. Oh my. No way! I did all of that for nothing, bro. Fuck. I did all of that for nothing, bro. Oh, shit. Nah, I'm good, bro. It's all good. Anyways, it was a good stream. I'm getting tired. I'm gonna go get some sleep or whatever. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thanks for liking the stream. Thanks for the happy birthday wishes, and God bless.